Okay, so in the last session we have seen how to create the OTBI report. To test the process of OTBI report creation, we taken only one subject area. Now we'll see how to add one more subject area for report definition. Okay, go to BI catalogs. So under tools, click on reports and analytics. Okay, click on browse catalog. The pop-up, you can just say accept. Okay, here we can see the report which we created by using OTBI. You can click on edit. You just click on edit. Now go to criteria tab. Go to criteria. So here we selected only one subject area, right? The subject area name is inventory balance real time. So we'll add one more subject area for this report definition. Here you can click on add. So this subject area is already selected. We can select one more subject area. Say the fields whatever we have within this subject area under different dimensions, those are not enough. We want to add one more field which is not available within this subject area related dimensions. So for that reason you may select one more subject area. So go to inventory related subject area. Yeah, so select any one of the subject area which is related to same inventory. So inventory organization real time. Say okay. Now if you scroll little down, you could see the same subject area which we added. Expand it. Here we have a few columns: inventory organization name, sub inventory, item name, and on hand quantity. Now we want to add few more columns for this report from this different subject area. I'm just going to expand inventory organization dimension. From here we can go with the different subject area, different column. So which column we can select? Entity organization type. Inventory organization. Yeah, we'll go with this column. So here already we have inventory organization name, and this column talks about inventory organization code. So we want to display inventory organization code also, that we are selecting from different subject area. You can drag exactly where you want to place. You can just move there and drop it. Okay, you may change the display name. Okay, go to column properties, enable custom heading, say inventory or code. How the display is required, it has to repeat even the same sub inventory belongs to the same inventory organization code, even you have with the multiple sub inventories. So repeat, say okay. Now save this. The changes you can save. What's wrong with this? Yeah, fine. So now go to results. Okay, here we can find, it's not displaying. 1 second. Yes, you save as a different folder. Go to custom. Here we created one folder called as ERP tree. So new. Now go to results. Okay. So here is the column. You can drag this here. Drag here next to inventory organization. Okay, so this is how you can select additional columns from the different subject areas. Fine. So that's all about how to add the columns from the different subject areas. Now we'll see how to display this report output in home page. For user, all the time whenever they navigate to home page, this should be displayed. So directly when we are on the home page, whenever you log in, ideally we'll just navigate to the home page. Fine. Now we are on the home page. So if you want to place any report on this home page, you have to go to my dashboards. Just click on my dashboard. From here, click on the user, and we have to create the sandbox. Just click on manage sandboxes and say create. And give the name as ERP tree and say save and close. So we are creating the sandbox. With the help of sandbox only, you can do the page personalization. So in the page level, you can just place that report. Whenever a user visit that page, directly system will fetch the balances from the respective tables and it will display. Okay. So first we have to create the sandbox, then we have to activate the sandbox. Then with the option called as personalized page, we can just place that report directly in this dashboard, or else instead of placing the report directly on the dashboard, you can just provide the link. Once user click on that link, it will generate the, it will just run the report and it will fetch the data accordingly. Okay. It may take some time because we're creating the sandbox. Let's wait for some time. Yeah, so it's created. Say okay. Now select it. So this is what we created, and say set as active. Yes. Okay, we created sandbox and we set as active. Here system is showing the same sandbox. So this is the suffix we given for the sandbox name. Okay, done. Now created sandbox. Again go to my dashboard and click on the username, and here click on customize pages. Okay, click on customize pages. So now this page we can customize. So what we want to do is we want to add the content here. Just click on add content and go to reports and analytics. Just click on reports and analytics and select BI presentation server. Just click on BI presentation server, and where we have our report, go to the respective folder. Just we have in my folders as well as shared folders also. Let's go to shared folders, go to custom. Within the custom we have one subfolder called as ERP tree. Open that folder. Within that we have a report. So this report you can place on this dashboard. Click on add. Okay, just click on add and say close. Now here you can see the report output. Here as of now these are the quantity of balances available for specific items. So whenever there is some update against the on hand quantity availability, automatically system will update. So whenever the user is on the page without running any report, directly they can get the balances within this dashboard environment. Okay, if you don't want to display the report directly here, if you want to keep multiple report related links readily on the same dashboard, what you can do is you can attach here you can just go to add content. From here also you can do it, but let's place those here. Click on add content. Now you can just go back. You can go to components. Okay, if you want to place the report directly, the output here you can go with the reports and analytics. If you want to create the report link within this dashboard, you can go to components, click on components. Here what we want to do, we want to place image or you want to place the hyperlink. We want to place the hyperlink. Against this hyperlink, click on add. Okay, just click on add. Now we require the report URL. Okay, we need that report URL. I'm opening the same, the different tab. Just we have to get the URL for that report. Go to reports and analytics. And go to browse catalogs. So which report we are talking about? Within the custom. we are quickly expand it, and this is the one we are talking about. Just click on edit. What you can do is click on open, not edit, click on open. So here we created filter, right? The filter doesn't work directly, so what you can do is the application side doesn't work. Within this BA environment the filters will work. So here, sorry, got closed. Go to criteria, go to prompt. You can remove the prompt whatever we created. This is the prompt we created. If you want to place this report on the application side, the prompt doesn't work. If the prompt is there, it won't work. It's a little bit slow. The option should be enabled. Why it is not showing? Fine, we'll try from this browser. Go to customize pages. I think here again we didn't enable this. So go to add content, go to components, and before this we saved it, right? Go to catalog, click on open. Now we have to take this URL. Okay, take this URL, click on add content, click on add hyperlink, close it. Here we could see click edit icon to define hyperlink. So now you can click on edit. What is the destination? The URL only destination for the report output. And go to display options. Okay, the short description. Say inventory, balances, and target frame. Here the report, if you want to open the report on the same page, you don't need to enter anything. Once you click on that report name, if you want to open that report in the different tab, what you can do is you can provide the HTML attribute called as underscore blank. Okay, so this is one of the attribute in the HTML, so that you have to specify here. And here if you want to see the report name, okay, just click on this drop down option and say select test resource. Here you can provide the display name. So inventory balances report. We may provide the description and say OK. Click on OK. Click on apply and OK. Done. Now here we can see inventory balances report. This is how you can list out a number of reports here. The moment you just click on this, it will open the report output in the different tab. Done. So we given just the parameter as a underscore blank. So that is the reason. Otherwise, if you click on this, it will open the report output here. So this is how you can connect the BI related OTBI reports on Fusion application dashboards. Okay. So this is how we can do. Now we'll see how to write the SQL query. Okay. Just we are trying to understand how to write SQL queries only. BI report development is not our job. So since it's OTBI without programming, we can easily prepare. So that's what we have seen. So we'll go through how to write the SQL queries. The same will convert into report definition also. We'll see that. So now we need some table names, right? Oracle OER. So from here we can find all the tables. Okay. So you can click on cloud applications. Okay, click on cloud applications. And here you can select your, yes, let's select procurement. And here click on books. Here search for tables. So tables and views for Oracle Procurement Cloud. Click on this HTML and expand the tables. So there are tables which are related to the procurement modules, purchasing related tables, self-service procurement, sourcing, supplier model, supplier portal, supplier qualifications. Okay. So we can just pick some requisition or purchase order related table name. So POR will go with some requisition. Fine. So POR requisition headers all. You can click on this table. You can see the detailed information. The table, what is the purpose of the table, what is the primary key within the table, what are the columns we have as a part of the table, all the information you can see. Okay. Now we'll go and write a simple query to fetch the data from this table. This is the table name. So from where we can fetch the data from this table? Okay. Under tools we have a task called as reports and analytics. Go to the task. Click on browse catalog. Say allow. Now if you want to write a query, if you want to write a SQL query to fetch the data from specific table or specific table columns, you have to go to new. Go to new. Here you have a option called as data model. Just click on data model. Okay, click on data model. Now by using this BI publisher, you can write the query from these different data sources. SQL queries you can write at the different options. Okay, based on Oracle BA analysis also you can write the fetch the data and web services. There are many options. These are the different data sources to prepare the reports. Now we can select SQL query and provide the data model which we are creating. Data model means where we prepare the SQL queries. So name you can give ERP 3 inventory, and data source, it's nothing but schema, EBS, whatever we call as a schema for database. So the schema is available here. If you want to access the entire Fusion database, you can use this schema, Fusion DB. Specific data only related to CRM, only HCM. FSCM will allow the access, it gives the access to finance and SCM. Okay, I'm selecting Fusion DB. And yes, we are going to write standard SQL query. This is a table we have. Select this table. Say select start from this table. Say OK. So these are the different columns we have in this table. And now what we can do is, if you want to see this columns detail information, go to structure. So this is the actual table structure. So these are the columns and what are the XML tags we have under display names. Okay, the data type, all the information you can see here. Okay, fine. Now what we can do is click on view data. Okay, here you have to click on view data related to that query. So how many rows data you want to see? Say 10 rows data only. Anyway, you are preparing the data model, that's all. You are not creating the report. So just for sample data to see that, just we need only 10 rows data need to be displayed. Click on view. So for all the column, system is showing in the tree view. Now click on table view. So this is how system will display all the data from the same table. Only 10 records, 10 rows only. If you want to see more, you can expand. Max you can see 200 only, because this is not actual report. This is a data model. When you are preparing the data model with the queries, just to view the data, we can select how many rows data you want to see and all. Okay, I selected 50. Now you can see 50 requisition records. Done. Fine. Now here we have we have seen the diagram is the first one, and the structure, you can see the data, the table structure and data. Here it's nothing but output of the query and code. So in case of OTBI also, we have seen the code what system created. Okay, if you want to create one more BI report, instead of writing this query and all this, you can copy and paste. A similar report can be defined. That's how it works. Okay, or else you want to create one report in the other instance, you can copy and paste this. You can copy this code, and by using this code you can You can go to other instance and you can paste this code. That's how the report can be easily created. Or else you can archive this report definition in the same environment, and you can save in the your some drive, and you can unarchive, you can take into back to other instance. That's how also you can migrate the reports. Okay, but simply this is the option. You can copy and paste in the same instance or other instance this code. That's how the report can be defined. Fine. Now what we have to do is, here, after viewing the report, after viewing the data, you have to sample, you have to save as a sample data. That's mandatory. Okay, you have to save it, otherwise it won't generate the report output. Done. You have to click on save as a sample data. Now you can save this entire data model. Just click on save. So where we want to save, just save in the shared folders. Go to your BIP folder. Your BIP requisition. Say okay. Okay. Now if you want to create some parameters for this report, you can do it, but anyway it's a purely technical job, but just will go through very basic information. Okay, here we have a parameter, so you can add the parameters here. Okay, so I'm just clicking on add parameter. The parameter name is, I want to filter the data based on the requisition number. I want to take requisition number as a filter, and data type, so let's go with the string. The default value not required. The parameter type, text only. Okay, done. And you can just see this below information. So the parameter is requisition number. Here what we'll do is, sub test will go with the menu option, where you can select from LOV. In that case we have to maintain the list of values. Here we don't have any list of values, so let's go with the parameter type as a menu. But here there is no list of values which you can provide. Those you have to create from list of values. How you can provide the list of, whether you want to provide some predefined values or you want to write some query based, that you have to specify here. Let's click on list of values. The list of values for what purpose? Requisition number. Okay, type yes, will write SQL query. The query will fetch requisition numbers. Based on that there will be filter option, and data source is Fusion database only. So we'll write the query here. Select, here we'll see the column name, requisition number. Okay, select requisition number from this table. This is the query we are writing. Now you can go to parameters. That list of value name, it is displaying here directly. Requisition number, that's what we given here. Requisition number, this is getting displayed here. It is got selected in the parameter. Then you can save this. Okay, you can save this. Now you can go to this report definition and click on view. Okay, go to table view. Second, yes, we provided this data. Yeah, now it is reflecting. So here we created, okay, this list of value that will fetch the equation numbers. Here by default all it is showing. The reason is when you are creating here, the checkboxes are by default enabled, can select all. Okay, that is the reason it's showing all. Go to view, so you can select the equation number and you can filter accordingly. Okay, or else directly click on with all only, you can just click on select number and say view. If you want to filter the data, this is how you can create the parameter and you can get the list of values with a query or with other options. Done. So we create a data model. Now after creating the data model, the first step is data model creation, second step is report creation. To create the report, click on create report. Okay, just click on create report. Right. So what are the data model we created, that system got selected here. Now what you can do is, it's not showing the below option. I'm going to zoom out. Yep. Click on next. Okay, just click on next. So here we have all the layouts. Okay, page options, how it is required layout, whether table or chart, both combination chart and table. How we required we can select. Let's proceed with the table. Click on next. Okay, just click on next. And here what are the columns we have within the table, within the data model, all the column system will display here. Okay, they are the columns. So you can select which columns you required for report definition. These are coming from the data model. So we need requisition number, we need description, just drag and drop. Okay, requisition BUID. Fine, this is how you can just select. So we save data, right? We have to save as a sample data. So whatever the data we saved, that same system is showing here. Okay, so if any just numbers and all, if you want to see the aggregate information for those, you this checkbox you can accept. Otherwise if you don't want to sum that numbers, you can uncheck this. Don't sum any values even if there is any field is a column is available. Okay, this is how you can select how many columns you require, then click on next. Okay, so view report, just click on finish. So this report definition also, let's say with the same name, select it, name it as the data model we selected. I'll call it as report. Okay, it's created. So you can just write the query and you can fetch the information, and the data model you can convert into report definition. Okay, so this is how you can do. This is the like parameter we created. The same you can just with this you can filter. Okay, you can just filter. That's how it works. Now if you want to edit this report, okay, here you can go with the edit report option. Now it will just system will open the BI publisher editor. Click on edit again, it will open. But this is not our job. This should be done by technical people. But we are trying to understand the very basics. Yeah. So this is all about BI editor. Okay. So say for example this column name you want to change. Just double click here. You can change the name. Okay. And again the font, all these specifications you can give. It should be bold or italic, and the color specifications, text color, background color. Okay, all you can specify. Okay, the text color, and all these specifications you can provide. So this is a BUID. Okay, so you can insert some these charts or some kind of images, grids, text, images into this. You may insert something here. You may insert some logo here. Yes, you can do that. By selecting insert, you can insert the image. Just click on insert, browse. I think we have logo here. No logo. Fine. No issues. If you have some image you can insert. So that's how just the page layout, all this, whether it has to be landscape format or which format, all this page header, footer, how it has to be displayed, all the test information, etc. All you can set up. Fine. This is how just you can do the required changes. You can edit this report definition. Now just click on view as a list. Here you can specify, you can limit this report output you need in which formats. Whatever the formats we are selecting, only within those formats those formats only would be available when you run this report. Okay, you don't want to allow anyone to work on the different formats for this report. Only you want to allow any user to produce output in the PDF. Then select PDF and save it. Fine. Now go to catalog. Now when you run this recreation report, click on open. The output format would be available only in the PDF. Okay, export only PDF because we disabled other output formats. So this is how just you can manage. In the same way, however, we can place this report results on the dashboard, or if you want to provide the link within the dashboard environment, same process. Just now we tested for OTBI, the same is applicable. So if you want to place that link with the report name, you have to take this URL and you have to paste over there and you have to provide the name. Directly if you want to display, we have seen that process also. Same is applicable. Now we'll see if you want to convert OTBI report as a BIP report, how to do it. How to convert OTBI report as a BIP report. So this is our OTBI report. You can just click on edit. Just click on edit. Go to advanced. Just take this code. Go to new, say data model. Select Oracle BI Analytics. We'll go with the direct. This is another way of doing that. We'll see. So go to this SQL query. Select data source as Oracle BI EE Enterprise Edition. So you can paste here a code which you copied from this BI Advanced tab, that you can paste here and say OK. One second. It should allow. Why it is not coming? To paste here, it should come. Fine, no issues. We have other way of doing. So select this. Select the data source as Oracle BI Analytics, and here you can provide the report name ERP3 INV, and select that report definition whatever we have as a OTBI. Go to shared folders, go to custom folders. Within the custom we have ERP3. From here you can select the OTBI. The timeout and all not required, say OK. So this is how you can convert. If you have a OTBI report, this is how you can convert. And the rest of process same, like what are the columns we have, and if you want to see the data within this, click on view the event related report. This is in the same way it will fetch. You can just save as a sample data. and you can create the report definition against this. Okay, so this is how you can convert OTBI report as a BA report also. If you convert as a BA report, you can just use different formatting options for the output which you are going to get for OTBA. Okay, anyway, this should be done by technical people. Here just we are trying to understand how to write the SQL queries only. Okay, fine. So that's all about BIP report to understand. So in tomorrow session we'll talk about the purchasing application. This, what are the other concepts we have, we'll discuss and we'll start working on those. Okay, so that's all for today. See you tomorrow. Have a good and good night.